How y'all doing? Good afternoon.
Okay, everyone, welcome. Let's go ahead and start with Anthony Dasher. If you have a question, go ahead, Dash.
Hey, Tyson, thanks for your time, man. I appreciate it. How would you describe your development, your first two years in the program, and where do you think you are now as a player?
I think, I matured so much as a player, coming here being young, not really knowing the defense. But as, the coaches, developed us, defense and, experience in the game, I've been able to, develop mentally, as far as getting my IQ in football better and also becoming stronger, faster, the whole 9 yards of being a better athlete.
Seth Emerson, go ahead.
Hi, Tyson. Obviously, you started as a true freshman. You came in with all these accolades. Did the last couple years, losing the starting job as a freshman, sharing time as a sophomore, was that in a way good for you? Was it humbling at all? And how did it help you?
I feel everything happens for a reason. I've learned, and I've grown from it, and I think it helped me become a better person and a better player. Right now, I'm focused on this year.
Chip, do you have a question?
Yes. Hi, Tyson. How are you?
How you doing?
Good, thank you. Hey, I have never myself had turf toe, but I have heard that it is one of the most frustrating and painful injuries, especially a football player, a skilled player can have. Can you talk about, having to deal with that last season and kind of where you are this year with that deal?
Well, last year was tough, but Mr. Ron and that whole training staff have helped me, helped me, and make sure if I was going to be on the field that I would be 100% ready, and I thank them for that. So I'm pain-free. I'm excited for the season coming up.
Mark Weiser, do you have a question?
I do. Tyson, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good. I want to ask you, Coach Smart talked the other day a lot about the Dogs for Pups initiative that you guys are doing with the hot spots for local school kids. Why do you think that's important for you guys as players to help out in that way?
Those are people that, watch us on TV and those kids, some of those kids look up to us and what we do at our university. So we feel, they're in need, why not give back to something they're in need of, and everybody needs an education, and they're not as fortunate as other people are to afford, Wi-Fi so they can do, their virtual learning, with this pandemic going on. So I feel like that's very important.
Thank you.
Jake Rowe, do you have a question?
Tyson, I want to take you back to that freshman year, and I know you're obviously focused on this one, but coming in as a guy with a lot of accolades, you're not the only one. I mean there have been a ton of these guys come in as like 5-star prospects and everything. Is there anything as far as expectations that comes with that? Any kind of pressure? Did you feel any of that? And what might some of these guys you guys signed in this past year's class be going through as far as that goes?
I would say there's no pressure unless you put pressure on yourself, self-motivation. But other than that, the coaches on the coaching staff are going to make sure you're ready for anything. And I feel like your teammates, they're going to encourage you. So I feel like it's not really pressure unless you have it on yourself. So, I mean, I do put pressure on myself, but it's not from anything, me being a freshman or anything of that nature.
Mike Griffith, go ahead.
Hey, Tyson, two questions for you. So we heard a lot about this Arian Smith guy before he got hurt. Is he the new fastest man on the team, number one? And two, people are kind of cashing in now, changing picks because Newman left. Can you tell us about some of the strengths that you've seen from JT and Dwan?
As far as the Arian speed thing, I mean, he's fast, but, we got a lot of fast dogs on our team. So, one day we're going to have to set up, a team race and, get that settled with. But JT and Dewan, they've been competing. You know, both have very strong arms. Both are very mobile. You know, both are very intelligent. Know the offense. You know, they're both great quarterbacks, and I'm excited for us to have them on our team this year.
Jed May, are you on the call to ask a question?
Yes, Tyson, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Kirby talked the other day about wanting to make sure the defense avoids complacency. What does that look like from a day-to-day standpoint? Is it, coaches harping on mistakes in practice, in the film room? Is it just telling you guys you aren't as good as you think? How do they, try to avoid complacency on the day-to-day basis?
Basically, what happened last year happened last year. What happened this year is what's going to happen this year. So whatever mistakes we made in the past, we make sure we don't make those mistakes again, and we do everything in our power to improve as a defense because we have different people coming and going. So, we have a whole new team, so we can't, harp on, what happened last year. We're head straight on for, this season and what we have, in front of us.
As a follow-up, when you're in a position like the secondary that's got so many guys rotating in and out, fighting for playing time, does that help with that, knowing that, if you start to slip, there's someone right behind you that's going to take your spot?
Oh, yes. The whole defense has a lot of depth. There's talent all over the place, offense and defense, special teams. And that's what makes practice so, competitive, and everybody's getting better each and every day. So you want to have, guys behind you, pushing you. That's the best part of playing at Georgia.
David Pascal, do you have a question?
Hey, Tyson, could you just talk about, you always hear about cornerbacks having to have short-term memories because every cornerback gets beat at some point in their career. How difficult is that to do? I imagine you didn't experience that much in high school, but how tough is it to try to move on?
It's tough, but you got to realize the game's going to keep going, so you got to keep going. You got to put in the pass, and, you got to take it one play at a time, and, hopefully you make a big play, you forget about the mistake you made.
Dean Legge, do you have a question?
I do. Tyson, I wanted to ask you about when talking about complacency. Do you hear about it more from Coach Lanning or from Kirby when y'all are not performing the way that they want you to?
I wouldn't say one does more than the other. I think it's equal. They're both, very tough on us, and they care about, our success. So it means a lot to both of them.
Will Newland or anyone from the Red and Black?
Sure. Hey, Tyson. I wanted to ask, you were featured, kind of a two-part question. You were featured pretty prominently in the video that, the team put out a couple weeks ago. Why was it important to you to kind of lend your voice alongside Aziz and some of your teammates? And then, you guys kind of mentioned this being a pivot point where you can start to make some change. What's special about right now, and what's kind of the end goal of these actions you guys are taking as a team?
I decided to do that because I felt it was very important to me. And being a person of African-American descent, it has a lot to do with me. And being a male has even more to do with me. So I feel like, me saying that was very important to me. Something I felt and something our team feels. And we're just trying to, use our platform to encourage and help cause change, in this country.
And do you think right now there's kind of more momentum behind what you guys are doing? Is there something special about this time?
Momentum as like we always having discussions as a team, so what we can do in the community and what we can do, with the platform we have to, help change and, change things that's going on right now. So, we do those kind of things.
We have about a minute and a half. We can open it up for any other questions that anyone might have.
Tyson, when it comes to the secondary, you guys lost Divide, and kind of losing a star guy like that. Do you play multiple positions, and what positions do you play as far as the secondary goes?
Right now, I'm playing corner and money. As a defensive back unit. Coach Martin encourages, everybody have, versatility to them, just in case, guys go down, other guys know that position and be comfortable getting in the game and playing that other position.
Hi, Tyson. I know some teams are starting this week playing. Do you feel like, are you itching to play? Do you wish you could be out there this week, or do you feel like you guys maybe need a few more weeks to get ready?
I was ready to play August 30th. We were ready to play August 31st. So, we're going to keep practicing, getting better. But, when September 26th comes, best believe Joe's going to be ready to play some football.
Tyson, obviously you've played quite a bit in your first 2 seasons. What do you think you can still do to improve your game?
Just basically what every defensive back tries to get better at. Technique, ball skills, tackling, getting more in the playbook. You can never be good enough. You can always do more. So I'm just trying to, break the ceiling, get better each and every day.
One more question.
Tyson, have you been taking reps for the special teams defense? And how would you characterize Coach Cochran, and how is he different than Coach Fountain from last year?
Coach Cochran's a great coach. He brings a lot of energy to practice. He knows what he's talking about. And, special teams, very important to me, very important to our team. And Coach Smart always, tells us, special teams can win or lose games. So I take that very seriously because, I want to win and the team wants to win. So I enjoy special teams, whether it be on punt, kickoff, punt return. I'm always first in line, to help this team.
Thank you, Tyson.
All right, no problem. Thank y'all.